We've got our fire permit. We're ready to go to the beach. We just have to fill it out, sign it, date it, and go out to Coquina Beach. Right now we're at Body Island Lighthouse. We're gonna go across the street to Coquina Beach. Whenever friends and family visit the Outer Banks, one of the top memories they leave with is having a fire on the beach. Beach fires are not allowed in the towns of Duck, Southern Shores, Kitty Hawk, and Kildevil Hills. However, they are allowed in the town of Nags Head and the Cape Hatteras National Seashore, if you follow the rules. Nags Head and the National Park Service have slightly different rules. So let's go over one of the most important things to do if you are going to have your fire at the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Before you go to the beach, you're going to want to go to the National Park Service website and get a permit for your fire. I'll leave a link in the description for you to go there. So the first thing to do to have our fire, we have to dig a small hole, grab our shovel. Fires are allowed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they're not allowed to be greater than 3 feet in diameter. The next rule can be a bit fun because you have to have it below the high tide mark, and as you'll see later in this video, that can pose some problems, though it did make for some fun pictures. Another important rule is to not leave your fire unattended, no matter how good the fishing is down the beach. The other important thing to remember is that you have to be 18 in order to have a beach fire permit. For our fire, I used fire starters that I had made in another video, so if you want to see that, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And I'm pretty happy with how well they worked. It also helps to have very dry wood. At this time, the lifeguards have already gone home, but you can still swim at your own risk. It is also a beautiful time to get some amazing pictures. Now let's talk about the town of Nags Head. You must purchase your permit from Nags Head Fire and Rescue for $10 plus a small processing fee. They allow fires nightly between 5:30 p.m. and midnight, provided the winds are less than 11.5 miles an hour. For the town of Nags Head, the fire must be attended by a competent person who is at least 14 years of age, and they must stay with the fire until it is extinguished. And just like with the National Park Service, it cannot be larger than 3 feet in diameter. And now you can see why you want to double check the high tides for the Outer Banks before you have your fire, or you want to build a large moat around it. The day we went, it was close to 100 with the heat index, so it was time to sit down, relax, and enjoy the fire a bit. And as always, just after I sit down, something exciting happens down the beach. I saw the fisherman struggling with his rod and reeling it in, and it bent over, and this was his first catch of the day. If you ever catch one, you want to be very cautious of that barb at the end. Now it's time to go back and sit down and relax again. Now we had a nice hot fire, a good bed of coals, and it was time to start roasting the marshmallows as always. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy making s'mores with my family. While I'm doing that, take a minute, leave me a comment, and let me know how you enjoy your time at the beach with your family. We were lucky we started our s'mores when we did, because the water started creeping up just as they were finished being cooked. The s'mores were delicious, and they always make our friends and family smile. Honestly, can you think of a better way to end your day on the Outer Banks? For now, our moat was holding strong, but as you know, Mother Nature always wins. And in the end, that actually helps us out with one of the last rules about having a fire on the beach. On the fire permit, it says that you must bury your coals and leave it cold to the touch. Additionally, you want to make sure that you completely fill in your hole as to not leave a hazard for other people on the beach. Well, this has been another wonderful day at the beach on the Outer Banks. This is why we love being locals, being able to go out here, have a fire in the evening, and relax the rest of the night. I hope you've learned how to safely have fires at the beach so you can make memories like this for your family. If you're coming down to the Outer Banks, be sure to check out our playlist about the best things to do on the Outer Banks. If this information was helpful, please hit like and think about subscribing to our channel.